I am Dolph Jazz, Clear Income Strategies Group, and welcome to Did You Know? This week's topic of Did You Know is potential risk to retirement income. There are risks in anything out there. There's risk every time you get in your car, every time you're walking down the street, anytime you're eating food, and whether there's an allergy in there, anything it potentially could be. But we're going to focus on risk in retirement income. Because the more you can relieve and eliminate those risks, the better chance you have of having a more enjoyable retirement the way you want it, not the way somebody else wants it. Once again, you go to info@cisforlife.com to submit any questions, and we'll be more than happy to create a video for you. If you have a topic you come up with, we will submit it out there for you. But let's get on to today's topic of Did You Know Potential Risk in Retirement? To what degree is a risk relevant to retirement income? I mean, some of the biggest risks out there is longevity, inflation, volatility, survivor, tax. Those are some of the biggest risks when it comes to income planning for your retirement. Personally, longevity risk, I personally think is one of the biggest risks out there. We're going to cover that here in a second, because the one question that nobody really can ever answer is, when's that day that my life is going to end? It's a dormy question. It's a sad question, but am I going to live to 70, 80, 90, 100? I have a 106-year-old client. One of my associates has a grandmother who's 108. You just don't know. And you want to be dependent on somebody down the road on there. So the more risks you can eliminate in retirement, the more happy you're going to be, and you're going to take care of yourself going forward. Remember, it's income for what you want versus the income of what you need. We've talked about this in the past. Is once you take care of your income for your needs, then you go to the bigger part of the bubble and spend the money on the income of things you want. You want to redo the house, you want to travel, you want to see the grandkids, you want to buy a new car, whatever it might be. But if you don't take care of the income for what you need first, the income for what you want doesn't really matter, because you're not going to have any money there. And then boom, these other risks start coming into play. We talked about inflation, we talked about volatility, but longevity is the one thing that you have to prepare for, because guess what, folks? Taxes aren't getting much cheaper. The cost of living isn't getting much cheaper, and healthcare isn't getting much cheaper either. Longevity, anticipating living longer and expected to needing care. I have a client, Carl. He right now is 92 years old. I've known Carl for 16 years. When he first came to me, he was 76. He always told me, Dolph, if I make it to 83, 84, I'm the luckiest man in the world. Well, guess what? We're 10 years past that, Carl, and you're still going. But he prepared for us. And just in case I live a little bit longer, I want to make sure my income is there. I'm going to eliminate the longevity risk in retirement. Now, there's 3 guaranteed sources to help eliminate longevity in retirement for guaranteed income. Now, of course, Social Security is the most popular and most one that you've worked your life in, you put money in, they're going to pay you back money for the rest of your life. That is the most common source of guaranteed income. Number 2 is pensions. If you're lucky enough to have a pension, it's still around. Pensions will pay you as long as the company is solvent. They'll pay you that check for as long as you're alive. And number 3 is a fixed annuity or fixed indexed annuity. They will pay you an income stream, even if your account runs zero, for as long as you're alive. So if you get those income set up for you, those incomes can provide you income you can never outlive, so you never run out of money, hence lowering that longevity risk, hence lowering the fear of longevity. I mean, if you have long-term care insurance, you're even more apt to eliminate the longevity risk, because at the end of the day, folks, you get one crack at life. You want to enjoy it to its best. You want to enjoy your family. You want to enjoy all the things you get to do. By having the money to do it and not being dependent on somebody else, guess what? That's what eliminating risk is in retirement. It's like simple like life. You eliminate something, you get to enjoy everything else even more. Because as life expectancy and the cost of elderly care increases, there's a greater probability that long-term care will be a required expense in retirement. There are strategies out there that are very expensive for long-term care, and there's strategies out there for retirement that aren't that expensive if you do it and plan it the right way. So if you're not getting multiple options right now, you need to think twice and say, is there other options available to me? Because I don't want to be dependent for someone else on long-term care. Once again, thank you for joining us for Did You Know? I'm Dolph Janis. You can reach out at us at info@cisforlife.com for any questions, or if there's any other videos you'd like us to present for you, we'll be more than happy to put them together. You take care, stay safe, and God bless. Don't forget to go to guardyoursavings.com to learn about all the resources of educating yourself first, because knowledge is power. Take care.